you'd even be there.
I was just about to say, where's my seat? Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back as we continue with Mr. Robot, hopping into season 2, episode 4. Yeah, the last episode was awesome. Super, super brilliant. Actually ran a little bit longer than what it usually does, too, which I'm never going to complain about that. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this series and all of the things that I'm pretty sure you guys love it for as well, too. And I still feel like I'm just on like the surface level of this puddle that seems very deep, as deep as the ocean. And I love that aspect. I love being able to think of all the things that this series seems to challenge the viewer, and I'm very curious because I like to think that I lean more towards asking questions rather than settling for an answer. And this show really speaks to that. It really speaks to that nature where you can constantly reflect, even while you're watching it. It's very, very pro that when it comes to that. But I know people are different from me. There's a lot of people different from me and probably different from you. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, especially when the topic of religion, the topic of society, the topic of just existential things that I feel like every human being probably has at least once or twice thought of in their life. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Like, during Elliot's rants, it doesn't even have to be the one from last episode, but just throughout this series, whether you are religious or not, whether you are, you think of yourself as a cog in society or not, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. Like, where do you see yourself when you listen to Elliot and his rants? Do you just kind of shoo him away and just be like, you're just crazy, you're just high on Adderall? Do you kind of, say like, what, he has like a valid point? Are you guys like all for it, where you're like, he's right? I'm curious. I feel like there's no right or wrong answer. It's just, whether or not if you even ask yourself this. I feel like there are also people who probably don't think anything of it. They probably just look at this and they're like, entertainment. And I'm just like, listen, like I said, there's people different. There are people that are just beyond different from you and I still find it very, very fascinating, no matter how you look at things. So if you align yourself with any of it, please let me know in the comment section. I'm very curious. But yeah, especially from the people who don't take anything from it and just look at, Mr. Robot as like valuable, not even valuable, just as product, right? Just as entertainment. And that's not wrong. I mean, there's the reason why it's on TV. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts, because for someone who were to look at this, right, from that angle, and you're getting blitzed with all these questions, like how does that feel? What are the thoughts that buzz around? Are there any synapses that get brought up within that brain, within that soul? Does it rile up your heart? Does it rile up anything? Or are you guys just kind of numb to it? Again, I'm not judging. There's no right or wrong answer, but I am curious. Like I said, I'm more so in the nature of asking the questions and interpreting things rather than accepting finite answers. But the sky is blue, but it's also purple. So you know what I'm saying? Guys, I'm excited to continue this show. If you guys want to be able to support this show, and as well as just more shows that I plan on watching along the way that, might be even more underrated as Mr. Robot, but you still like to see it anyway, definitely check out the Patreon. You can also support by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. At the end of the day, you don't have to do any of those things. Just sit back, relax, and get your popcorn and snacks as we hop into more Mr. Robot.
You don't go out. I don't mean that in a cunty way. I just mean, you're...
I'm about to say, I was like, out, damn, jab, stab, pierce, Jesus.
I wouldn't say that if I wasn't being serious. Please, hang out with me tonight.
Did she just say in it one? Isn't that like connected to the title here? Yeah, it is. In it.
I say this, but I've got to Instagram this. People need to know this movie exists.
Wow, that was old school. That was old school Instagram. That was when things were golden. Ah, man.
I don't remember doing it.
Hmm. This is where it started happening. This is when it started happening. Yep, that's when Mr. Robot started appearing.
You want to see something?
I could just tell these two were probably up to no good when they were kids. Just Elliot saying, "You want to see something?" It's like, dude, what are you gonna do, man? Wow, seeing him wear the jacket that has basically been bringing him nothing but nightmares is wild. You just see all the ingredients all around the place.
It could be a Trojan horse. Be a good way to take them down.
Wow. Whoa. Did like the mask just flip a switch on him right there?
Okay. I can't tell if you're joking behind that mask.
Even Marlene is probably like, what is happening? But this person behind this mask is dead serious.
Trash their backups. We could corrupt all their data.
He sounds like him too, almost. His cadence.
But that's when you have to go in for more. The public's confidence in them would have to be completely destroyed in order to really finish them off.
Yo, he looks crazy like this, man. That mask on his face just turned him into a whole different entity. He looks so much more lively.
I mean, don't get me wrong, taking them down would
Change the world.
It's crazy how Marlene has adopted this mindset. Not even just the mindset, but the spirit behind it. The religion behind it, honestly. Good God. Good God. I was waiting for it. I was like, yeah, you're going to hit me. I love that this season is taking our time. Yo. Dude, that is so funny. I love that this season is taking our time with Elliot. You know, like things are a lot slower, but in such a good way. It's like how Better Call Saul is to Breaking Bad.
My boss was killed.
I mean, what did you guys expect was gonna happen exactly?
Ugh, Marlene, you are lost in the sauce. I am very afraid of her. Or afraid for her.
You said it yourself before we even started. The
She's
hard part
right,
would be
but
after, not the during or before.
I don't know, watching people getting dropped like flies that were around you is kind of scary.
Into internet.
Yep, FBI is in the... Yo, they are in the place, man. They are in it. It's getting closer. It's getting realer.
Brazen. They believe in hiding in plain sight.
And this is just too stupid.
Bro, they got you. They got you. I don't know what your problem is.
What? Like I was behind the biggest hack in the world, which also led to the death of
I can tell you're thinking about it right now. And it burdens you.
God, it's so good. I love that they can just penetrate that. It's so cool. There's so many things interacting with the story. It's not even just filmmaking, but just even how the characters are, too.
What if I could talk to someone about this? Maybe he's right. Maybe it could help.
But it can also create a vulnerability.
Be with your dead friends and family.
You need that game a lot more than I thought.
Yeah. I was just wondering. I was like, I wonder what he sees on his side.
Trust those scam artists at E-Corp's Risk Management Division any more than you do. So I can assure you, if there's something suspicious, our attorneys would have found
I'm
it.
the thing that's missing.
Yeah, as much as I know this girl's probably like, hey, yeah, you're around a bunch of snakes, I'm pretty sure Angela's very much aware of that. Because Angela's been locked in for a minute. They need to get with her level.
We play. and the winner takes all.
That's a lot. That is a lot. He's talking about taking control of his body full time.
Once and for all. And you?
What about me?
Jeez, this is so scary, man. There's a lot in this game. There's a lot of writing on it.
3 days.
I don't know.
That's what.
Jeez, man. That's so scary. That is so scary. You have absolutely no control. You don't even have control over your memories.
You can't seem to find any common ground. Let's play for it.
That's scary, man. That is very, very scary. And then he just pops right back in his therapist.
You are agreeing to destroy a part of yourself, win or lose. So yes, this matters.
She's very right. She's actually very right about that. Even if he wins, that is still a part of him that'll just blip.
Annihilation is not the answer.
Yeah, annihilation is a better vocabulary for that.
We edit the parts we hate about ourselves, modify the parts we think people hate. We curate our identity, carve it, distill it.
That's crazy that we cut to this person again.
What are you up to? Not doing anything on your end to help. I'm handling this. It's like I said I would.
It's so cool to see the contrast in the environments where, and this person is just, I mean, they're both empty. I think that's fine. I find it so fascinating, but one is just pearlescent white, you know?
The UN vote would be in full swing.
You're the time.
Well, this one is just a gradient dark.
看上去，他偏向自己的一块策略。他太吹毛求疵。
That was crazy.
我们需要寻找。
That's crazy how what just flipped it like that.
6个月，至少。
这需要更多耐心。你知道我最讨厌。
Everybody has their vulnerabilities, I'm telling you. Everyone, I love that.
Hello, Scott.
Why the fuck are you in my...
Damn, I thought you invited her in. He came in with a bottle of wine. I'm like, yeah, I think she just snuck in. I wouldn't be mad. Is she gonna smack her, bro?
Tyrell Wallach's baby gets what it deserves.
Damn. Whoa. He said that baby can rot. That's crazy.
What?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Phone now.
Yeah, that's a clutch move. That's a clutch move. Happy to see him still around. I'm assuming it's the mixtape guy.
That doesn't make sense. How would they even know?
I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the dead hacker they found the other day?
Yeah, right, Marlene, come on now. Like, come on. Like, that was gonna lead to something. Come on. Hey, there's always that. There is always that. FBI is just...
Operation Berenstain. And it looked top
Like the
secret.
Berenstain Bears?
Possibly heavy surveillance.
Oh, snap. Was it him? Was he the one that flipped? No, I don't think so.
That'll make you look guilty, and we know the Dark Army's blanket rule. They think the FBI's even snooping around, and it gets ugly. So just stop being a hard ass for once.
I love the theme of helping and vulnerability is such a presence in this episode.
You staring at this thing. You want to play?
Nah, it's not for you.
Yo, what is Joey Badass' character? Is he just gonna be this person?
Motherfuckers use chess.
I'm so intrigued with his character. He's so sophisticated. And he is a sophisticated person.
Do you want to be here right now? And I don't mean like here. I mean here in a cosmic sense, bro.
Here we go. We're getting into this. I'm not gonna lie, I would be Joey Badass. This is how I would talk to Elliot.
You gotta find out the future you're fighting for. Sometimes you gotta close your eyes and really envision that shit, bro.
Yeah, he has not closed his eyes for a while.
See the ones I love.
Damn. Yeah, this is adorable to look at, but man, that's what I'm saying. Like, he has such a kind heart. The fact that he's dreaming of this shows it, you know? He just wants people close to him to be happy.
Even make amends with those I have unfairly wronged.
Oh, that's actually really kind. Oh man. Oh, I remember that episode. That was so brutal. Oh man. Wow.
A future filled with friends and family.
That is a crazy visual, isn't it? Just having that out in the middle of the alleyway.
You'd even be there.
I was just about to say, where's my seat?
I would like very much to fight for it.
Okay. Here we go. Dude, this is going to be a battle, man. This is crazy. I can't believe I am stressed.
In chess?
Like, ultimate stress and anxiety right now through my body about this chess game.
Remember when you first taught me how to code?
This is so brilliant. I'm so locked in, man. Damn. I love the editing and how it's just reflecting off of the movements on the board.
Yeah.
Thinking about what you said earlier, you can think all the moves you want, but at the end of the day, the moves I'm making are the ones you're telling me to make.
And that's crazy because he said that in his own head.
The number of 40-move games is greater than the number of electrons in the observable universe. You don't need to know those outcomes.
That's insane. That's insane. I did not know that fact.
No, we'll go again. I can beat you. I can beat you.
They are doing such a brilliant job at just highlighting how much of a threat, and I don't want to call him a parasite, but man, it's just latched to his consciousness.
It's what you do out there with them. I want to be here, Elliot. With you.
That was wonderful. That scene was probably my favorite scene so far.
I want Melissa's job, and it's non-negotiable.
There you go. We were just talking about positioning.
Go on.
She's like, I want to be up there.
I saw the pattern.
I need to see it. I need to see the board that I'm playing. This is such a cool composition. You got the water reflection to the left, and then you have this really cool, I mean, the beautiful restaurant, but then you have this really cool beam of light to the right. And then you got those metallic pillars. That's just a really cool frame. I love how that conversation was shot.
God, Elliot, say something.
I feel like he's gonna work a compromise because he wants to protect Marlene. He's gonna do whatever it takes to protect them.
Don't worry. I know what to do.
Why are we back here?
Oh, is he gonna join this dude? Whatever work he is doing.
Heard voices too. Abraham. John.
Oh, he's calling him a prophet. He's calling him a prophet. Yeah, he's working a game here. He's working a game here. I just can't help but feel that he's stepping into a lion's den. It's just that now he has the courage, or at least he has the definite reasoning, which is he wants to save his sister. I don't blame him.
So I'm asking you to help me with the task at hand and not look where you don't need to.
What do you do, bro? What do you do, man? You probably do something terrible. It's probably not even just drug dealing, man. What the hell do you do?
Thank you. Again.
Again, the lighting within these spaces, just look at the room now. I know it's like a different time, but man, this is crazy.
Romero's dead.
Yeah, this is deep, man. This is deep. We're entering deep waters, man.
What exactly are you doing?
I'm hacking the FBI.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, that is a way to end that episode, bro. What? Oh man. All right, everybody. So that is episode 4 of season 2 of Mr. Robot. Before I get into, what we're about to get into, it said on the side there, because it shows, like, who are the people that are associated with, whatever scene that is playing. And this music, at least the one that was playing at the end there, said it was done by the people who made the soundtrack to Gone Girl, which I absolutely love. I mean, by God, just go and look at the reaction I did to, and the commentary I did to Gone Girl, and I mentioned how much I love the music, and it's so cool to see the parallel, because damn, I feel it, especially with the, I think it was probably either earlier this episode or the next, where, the ambiance was almost like a distorted, angelic sound. I don't know how else to really describe it, but I feel like Gone Girl has elements like that as well, too. Elliot is going to be hacking the FBI. Oh, my God. Ah, man. This is going to be insane. We're only in episode 4 of season 2, and he's already on the verge of hacking the FBI. And, again, this is such a... I don't want to say it's such a slower term, but, this is moving. The pacing is a lot more chewed than season 1. And that is not a problem with me at all. That's not a problem with me. Like I said, Better Call Saul, that's like Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad. But, the fact that we are this deep into Elliot's psyche, and more specifically his battle, and understanding and trying to figure out what is happening with him. I'm so happy that we had this much time to sit with that, to truly see how much of an entity this being, this Mr. Robot is. I feel like, with something like this, it's a good concept, but even in literature, sometimes it gets lost when we don't feel the struggle. We don't feel that urge of wanting to either break away or just trying to get away from this entity. It's almost omnipotent, how Mr. Robot sticks around, and it's good to see him get to a point to where he's not trying to go for the self-annihilation button. I find that to be very, very interesting, and just seeing all the ways, all the maneuvers that he tries to cope with this thing, and to now see them, I don't want to say sort of working together, but to see them compromising. They're not compromised, but they're compromising is an interesting additional to the cope. It really is. He's such a fascinating character. Elliot is probably one of the more fascinating characters I think I've seen on television, and I'm so excited to just see how this gets fleshed out, because apparently there's like 4 seasons, or how many seasons? So the fact that we are this deep into Elliot and who he is as a person is really, really great, and I'm excited to just see how he battles and finds his own identity amongst this. Again, it's really cool to see just his protection of his sister really help give him motivation to do something. Because we've been in a state of neutrality for a good bit. You know, it's like almost like I don't want to say numbness, but it's been a routine that's been made out of fear. And now it's really cool to see Elliot, obviously still in a state of fear, but having enough ambition to go and do something. Now, whether that means to compromise with Mr. Robot, he's willing to do it. That's why he asked his sister, did you mean that? And she just said, no, I just need you. I think that's just really, really great writing, and just such a phenomenal way to give someone like Elliot, who thinks the way that he does, who feels the way that he feels about society, about himself, about people, so much heart, you know? Because you look at him and you can see this, like, again, like, I can personally tell that there's a lot of heart within him, but if you looked at him from the outside, I think a lot of people would look at him and say he has a lot of problems. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I think it's so beautiful to kind of feel that heartbeat from him. And whether it's leading him into deeper waters, I mean, we're a character too in this, so I'm going to be right there with him. It is really, really cool and very motivating to see him taking charge, you know, and not like just giving up complete control of himself to Mr. Robot, but in a way, still having Mr. Robot be a layer of himself, but he's still making the effort and stepping towards that. You know, I think that is so cool. That gives so much characterization for Elliot, and I'm really excited to see how he goes after, you know, the goal of hacking the FBI. There's that. We got Angela and just everything going on with her. I love what is going on with Angela. Angela is turning out to be such a beast of her own, and it'll be interesting seeing Angela and Kim from Better Call Saul kind of like talk with one another. I feel like that would be such a really cool and fascinating scene that I guess I would just have to dream about. But she is really, really in it, man. She's in it to win it, and it's cool to see her mix. It's cool to see her still have a long way to go. I really much appreciate the fact that she's not completely dominating everything, but again, it's cool to just see these layers upon layers with her character, and then we have other characters like Tyrell's wife, who again just showcasing vulnerability. I feel like that was such a theme with, you know, this episode, not even just with the people I just mentioned, but also the CEO and the leader, I'm gonna assume the leader of White Rose. I think that's what they're called. I keep forgetting like what they're called. I don't know why I keep calling them like different names and stuff, but yeah, it's really interesting. You know, even if we're getting seconds of it, you know, it's just enough to showcase that these people aren't just robots. You know, as much as they come off as, you know, almost omnipotent with their way of, or omnipresent with their way of seeing everything and planning everything. I mean, honestly, it's just the fact that they are able to have such a vantage point on everyone. And I think that's why it was so interesting to have Angela say, I want to be moved on the 20th floor, or whatever floor that she mentioned. Because, yeah, you don't have to be the smartest person or know every maneuver, but it gets a whole lot easier being able to do that when you have a better view on things. I think that's why hacking is so cool, and the parallels between being in a position where you're above everyone to being in a position where you're hiding in plain sight, and the tandem in between that, because underground, the networks that are underground are just as plenty as the networks that are probably seen from being so high up. I think that is really, really cool and fascinating to see those things I just mentioned. I don't even know what to really call it. I guess perspectives being played within these characters and their ideologies, and the ideologies that are built because of those different perspectives and vantage points. It's really fascinating. I love this TV show, and I hope that you guys are having a great time too. So again, support the Patreon if you want to be able to get 2 of these per week, but you know, it's no biggie. You guys can just wait till next week. It's not a problem at all. Stay healthy and stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.